My name is Shannon, and we are talking about common relationship problems. So today we talked to Quentin Wilson. We asked him what his opinion was on double standards, what his opinion was about it, and what side he's on when it comes to it. Quentin told me that he thinks gender bias is stupid and that nothing should be different because of your gender. He said that everybody should be treated equally, even women. I asked him to give me 3 examples of when he's witnessed double standards. He said he has seen it when a girl can hit a guy multiple times and the guy can't do anything, not even push her off. He also said that it's when a girl can't act indecent, but a guy can, like taking his shirt off and stuff. And when a guy can do certain things without getting judged, but girls can't. So like going around kissing a lot of boys, they look bad, but if guys do it, they look good. So.
Alright, good afternoon. Today I am going to be interviewing some people. They won't be able to join us today, so I'm going to be telling you their response that they gave me on living together before marriage and social media and texting. Since they cannot join us, I interviewed them one-on-one a couple days ago. To start everything off, I will be interviewing Miss Jennifer Smith, who cannot make it this afternoon to join us. I sat down with Jennifer to talk about living together before marriage. The first question that I asked her was, what are your thoughts about couples living together before marriage? Her response was, my thoughts on couples living together before marriage is that most couples don't want to get married right away, so they just live together first, even if they don't want to get married. It's their choice if they want to live together before marriage or not. The second question that I asked her was, do you think that it's a bad thing to live together before marriage? Why or why not? Her response was, no, I do not think it is a bad thing because not everyone wants to get married right away. The third question that I asked her was, how do you feel about couples living together before marriage? Her response was, I feel fine with couples living together before marriage. The fourth question I asked was, did you and your spouse ever live together before you guys got married? She said, yes, we did. That's why I don't have a problem with couples living together. The final question I asked her was, why do you think couples like to live together before marriage? She said probably because they love one another and they want to see what it's going to be like living together before they get married, if they do.
Hello, my name is Brian Kraft. I'm going to be interviewing 2 people about bad breakups. I asked each of them 3 questions. It was 1 male and 1 female. First person I talked to was Daquan Laurie. I asked him 3 questions. First I asked was, in your opinion, what is a bad breakup? Daquan said, a bad breakup is where somebody got caught cheating, talking to another girl, then arguing with your partner, then causing a breakup. Second question I asked was, what could you do to prevent a bad breakup? Daquan said, a way to prevent a bad breakup is 1, be loyal, 2, be trustworthy, 3, be honest. Then you wouldn't have to worry about a breakup. The third question I asked Daquan was, give me 3 examples of how you handle a breakup. His answer was, 3 examples of stopping a bad breakup is to cut the other chicks off, be loyal, and being honest to your partner. The second person I interviewed is Abby Flanagan. The questions I asked to her was the same. In your opinion, what do you think is a bad breakup? Abby's answer was, I think a bad breakup is where your significant other just breaks up with you for no apparent reason. Then I asked her, what could you do to prevent a bad breakup? And she said, what I could do to prevent a bad breakup is to speak to my significant other and talk about our problems. The third question I asked was, give me 3 examples of how you handle a bad breakup. She said, 1, ignore the person completely, try talking out everything, or just forget the person completely. Another topic I'm going to mention is PDA, public displays of affection. I interviewed Destiny Finland. The question I asked her was, how do you feel about no PDA at school? She said she disagrees with it. Question 2, do you do PDA outside of school? If so, in public or behind closed doors? She said behind closed doors. And then third question, which of the following is public affection to you? She said holding hands, hugging, and kissing. Fourth question, how do you feel about walking in the park and seeing a couple making out on a bench or in the grass? Would you be embarrassed, comfortable, or normal? She said uncomfortable. I said fifth and final question is, what is your definition of PDA? She just said kissing in public.
Hello, my name is Ashley and I will be interviewing a few people about love and affection and how they feel about it. The first question I asked, what does love and affection mean to you? And my dad, he said, it means that he feels accepted and for him that's important. It means that his life is full of love from his family and his spouse, and that means a lot to him. And I asked him another question 2, I said, how has love and affection impacted your life? He said it has impacted my life in the best way because I get it from not only my spouse but from my family, and that is something special. And he said that love and affection is important, and without it, your life would be really sad.
Alright. For the second person that I interviewed was Mr. Bobby Walbert. I will be interviewing him about social media and texting and relationships. The first question I asked him was, what are your thoughts about social media and texting and relationships? His response was, my thoughts about social media and texting and relationship is that it is okay to a certain point if people start saying bad things about their relationship. The second question that I asked was, why do you think that social media and texting hurt relationships? His response was, I think social media and texting hurt relationships because of the things that people who like to post things that are not true, but yet some people believe them anyways. The third question that I asked was, do you think that if you are in a relationship, you should or should not have texting and social media? Why or why not? His response was, well, I say yes and no because yes, so you can stay in contact with family members and friends who live out of state. I also say no because your boyfriend or girlfriend may think that you are talking to other people and they may believe other people that post about their relationship. The final question that I asked was, is it bad when you are in a relationship if you are always on social media or always texting while being in the same room as your boyfriend or girlfriend? He said it is half and half. It just all depends on who you are talking to. Like if it was your parents or family members or friends that are just friends. Those were the 2 people who I interviewed because I thought they would be really good people to ask since they were in those types of situations. It was really great to hear both of their opinions about the situations that I interviewed.